Good day, dear listeners and viewers. I salute you all. My name is Nathan from Fenina Management Consultants, the main sponsors of this program known as Entrepreneurship and Sustainable Development. Your time is very, very important to us. Thank you very much. The aim of this program is to create and promote an entrepreneurship culture in Africa. This is one of the series of free lectures with the aim of creating and promoting an unprecedented entrepreneurship culture in our communities in Africa. If you are or want to be an entrepreneur, this is the right channel for you. Kindly give your comments, give the lecture a like, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting and inspiring videos. Your participation in form of plays, comedies, presentations, financial assistance are highly welcome. The topic for today is a question. How do you expect Africa to accelerate its development while its resources and infrastructure are being plundered? That is the question that I would like us to look at today, and your inputs are very, very important to us. So the objective of the lecture is to explain how Africa's resources and infrastructure are being plundered. Also to suggest solutions that will enable Africa to accelerate its development strategies amidst all these problems. In other words, how to overcome the plundering of our resources and infrastructure to achieve sustainable development. If you look at the conflicts in Africa leading to destruction of property, infrastructure, lives, peace, justice, and natural resources, they have become so prominent in Africa. Examples, we can start with a great man-made river in Libya. That infrastructure in Libya was worth 33 billion US dollars, no interest. It was interest-free, financed by the Libyan bank. The question is, why was it destroyed? What wrong did it do? Just imagine how Africa lost in financial terms. The economic activities that were affected: agriculture, construction, health, land reclamation, protection of the ecosystem, bombing of the factory used to repair the project, job losses, to name but a few. Now, when you look at agriculture, how many acres of land got destroyed because of not receiving water? How much construction work came to a halt because there was no water? How much health problems emanated from not having water? The land that had been reclaimed for agriculture, how much was lost thereafter? We are being told that we are plundering the ecosystem. Muammar Gaddafi was trying to restore and reclaim the land that had been lost because of nature and climatic changes. Now, because of the plundering of our resources, because of bombing the river, things cannot work as they were supposed to do. And above all, we don't know how far water project would have gone. Maybe it would have spread to other countries as well. Look at the oil and gas factories that are destroyed while fighting is going on. Economic sanctions imposed against our countries. We have Libya, we have Zimbabwe, we have other countries where economic sanctions, air embargo, no-fly zones have been imposed. All that is an indirect way of plundering our resources. Then we have conflicts which are caused by former colonizers to divide us and weaken us. Indirectly, it is plundering our resources. There are a lot of nature conservation and climate change initiatives, but they are affected because of our inability to have control over some of the things that are happening in this continent. The recent new development is about social and cultural colonization. The West and European countries are trying to impose their culture on the African continent and giving a condition that do or no aid. We have an example of Uganda, where the issue of LGBTQ has become very serious, so much that even aid is being suspended or is being withdrawn. It goes even beyond that situation. Some individuals are being financed to become gays or lesbians. So all these fragment the strength of the African people. We are experiencing illegal trade, which is about extraction of resources, minerals, timber, oil and petroleum, and many others. But the illegal trade is affecting our income, our gross domestic product as Africa. Then we have the remote controlling of the continent through puppet leaders. There are leaders who are financed to help develop their countries and not Africa. We have many of them. We want these to be identified and followed so that they can change their minds and stop being puppet leaders. And because of that, many things happen in the back that we don't know. We only know later the leader who was financed to forward some particular project or some particular program. Election irregularities. This one indirectly plunders our resources. Why? Because whenever there are election irregularities, normally conflicts start. And those conflicts involve time, involve money, involve so many resources which are being plundered because of just election rigging. There are wars all over the continent. Look at DRC, Ethiopia, Sudan, Somalia, Mali. The list is long. But what happens? The economic activities are disrupted. There are war crimes against humanity, like killing, arrests, rape, disease, hunger, social injustice. All these affect our ability to do entrepreneurial work and also develop ourselves. And during that time, when there was, that's when even our resources are plundered because there is commotion, there is disorder, and therefore those who want to take advantage of the disorder come in and plunder our resources. The next we are currently experiencing is the misinterpretation of democracy. We talk about human rights abuse and the punitive measures that are associated with, like jail sentences, invading of countries, and so many more. Democracy is being abused because democracy is about the people. And when people decide on what they want, that is what we call democracy. But an external power cannot come and say, you must do this or we are going to fight you. That's not democracy. We cannot call that democracy. Solutions that will enable Africa to stop this plundering of resources and accelerate its development strategies. First and foremost, we need to have unity. Many of what is happening here is because of mental slavery. We need to eradicate mental slavery. Political ideology, these are the political ideologies that make us think that we are inferior and vulnerable. We are not, and we must see ourselves like that. We need to form one army to strengthen our defense forces against internal or external conflicts. Injury to one means injury to all. What do I mean here? That if there's a problem in DRC, for instance, it should not be sorted out using the gun. A lot of losses happen when there is fighting. But if you have an army, it can go there and stop all that nonsense so that people can resort to conflict resolution without using a gun. Means injury to all. If an external invasion takes place against one of our countries, we as Africa can come together and stop that from happening. Actually, we shall know if we have a strong system of intelligence, we shall know even before it happens that Europe or China, any other country, is planning to invade one of our states. Having one army to strengthen our defense forces, internal and external conflicts, is very, very important. We need to strengthen love amongst ourselves and prevent manipulation of our leaders to become puppets. Because that kind of manipulation is specifically because our leaders tend to favor money than the people themselves. Therefore, if there is love, true love, such things cannot happen. Currently, we have the opportunity of the African continental free trade area. We need to take advantage of this because it helps us to trade amongst ourselves. It will fasten industrialization. We need to have one currency. We need to have an integrated development strategy based on competitiveness and comparative advantages. And simple example is if South Africa is good with aircraft, manufacturing of aircraft, then resources should be channeled to South Africa, knowing that those of the continent. If another country has rich in minerals, then there should be a system whereby all the countries that are rich in specific minerals have a way of working together so that they can have stronger bargaining power against the external buyers. And it's going to help us to develop our continent. So an integrated development strategy based on competitiveness and comparative advantages should be in place. And because of that, we shall be able to beneficiate our raw materials. Above all, we need to have strong leadership together with the professional advisors in the various fields of specialty. We have so many professionals who have a lot of experience and are not being used. But as we try to come together as Africa, we need to include the professionals in advising us to do the right things because those are their areas of specialty. In conclusion, let's unite, devotedly resolve conflicts, trade fairly amongst each other, evolve towards and maintain strong leadership. Above all, let us love one another. The rest will follow. Let us all make efforts to support this program for the benefit of the current and future generation. All kinds of support are highly welcome. And for more information about entrepreneurship and sustainable development, feel free to contact me on positive 2771 543 2931 or felina12@gmail.com. This brings us to the end of this lecture. Be sure to leave a comment, give the lecture a like, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting and inspiring videos. Thank you for your time. May God bless you.